So I'm kind of going through this whole project through my head, right? Let's do a quick deal breakdown on this. This is about a half an acre and we're building 7 units here, but how did we get there? This was a single family lot or a single family house that we had found and purchased, knocked the single family house down. And then we were able to actually subdivide it and get a permit to build 7 units. And it's actually been a long time coming. It took us a very long time to actually get the permits on this lot to be able to build, to be able to get the grading. We had to raise the ground up like 8 feet to match the grade where the town wanted it for us to even start. That took several months of, several months of a lot of bullshit, dealing with the city, dealing with permits, back and forth. Then we had to find a guy to bring us 50 dump trucks full of dirt. I gotta buy the dirt from somebody else and bring the dirt here. I never heard of such a thing, buy the dirt, kid. Get everything graded out. The grading permits, or I'm sorry, the grading job on this, all in, just to get it to where it's at, $180,000. Just to give you guys some ideas for numbers, and we could throw up a screenshot of that bill if you guys want to see it. But that's just demoing the house, bringing in the dirt, clean up, grading to get it to where it's right now, which is considered dirt ready, $180,000. So what is the next steps on a job like this? Well, the next thing we need to do is be able to start pouring foundations and actually working on the verticals, right? So in development, everything we've done so far is considered the horizontal. The next step is the vertical. There's a couple more things we have to do, utility hookups, dig a couple trenches, put some pipes and some wires in the ground on the horizontal, but that's all happening right now. Once that's done, then we're gonna start working on the vertical. And that's when the deal really comes together and things start moving quick. As soon as foundations are poured, dude, the vertical, man, framing is gonna be quick, roughing in the utilities is quick. Before you know it, siding, sheetrock, roof, doors, windows, done. So yeah, we got probably another 6 months on this deal. All in, it's definitely a 12 to 18 month project, depending on when it's done. And that's your typical development, something like that. That's the deal breakdown. That's like what the overview of the project is. What does it take to actually manage a development project like this? And it really isn't that much different from managing a fix and flip or anything else real estate related. And I kind of say this halfway jokingly, right? If you really want to start doing stuff like this, start by remodeling your bathroom or your kitchen in your house, right? Start small. If you can manage that, then you could probably manage a renovation, right? Flipping a house, fix and flip, whatever. If you can manage that, you could definitely build a house, because all it is just a couple more steps, right? And when you take a look at something like this, we're building 7 units. People might say, oh wow, 7 units. If you can build 1, you can build 7, you can build 10, you can build a dozen. Doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. Systems, operations, you gotta have a good team, you gotta be organized. And something like this, it's like, all right, well, what does this take me to really manage day to day? Really not that much of my time. Yeah, in the beginning, I had to take a lot of time meeting the people that are actually gonna do the work, right? The subcontractors that I'm gonna hire to actually do the work and do the project. But once all those guys are lined up, it's really just staying on top of them, having a tight schedule, knowing your budget, keeping track of stuff, walking the job site, once a week or whatever it is to check up on things, keeping good communication with your subs so things are lined up. If there's a delay somewhere and you got to do a couple of rescheduling, just keeping the calendar locked up. And something like this where it's like a 7 unit, build, it really breaks it down to like, how many hours a week am I really managing on this? It's not that much. So, with that being said though, I do think that, stuff like this is really a lot more obtainable for people to get into new development, get into real estate, start small, start learning how to do it. But you can very quickly, kind of graduate and start getting into the development game, a lot quicker than you think. And and this is actually just a great example of that where, this project is just, for me, it's one of the biggest projects I'm building. I've never done 7 units at once before, but started off with fixing and flipping, built a house, now I'm building 7, and I got a couple bigger projects in the pipeline as well. And it's kind of levels to this stuff. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any other questions and other things you guys want me to deep dive and kind of break down, and we'll keep it going.